Kabbage is an artificial intelligence-based FinTech that offers small businesses on-demand loans. As a leader in predictive analytics and artificial intelligence for small businesses the past decade, Kabbage has been a leader in credit evaluation. Other business loan providers include Lendio, Axion, and Funding Circle, who also offer startup and established businesses easy and fast platforms to secure working capital. Kabbage is a good option for small business owners who need cash immediately and don't mind paying higher rates for the speed. The application process doesn't require paperwork and it's conducted completely online and in the course of a few minutes. Founded in Atlanta, Georgia, Kabbage launched in 2009 and started providing loans in May of 2011. It was founded by Catherine Petralla, Mark Gorlin, and Rob Frohlein. Kabbage is now headquartered in San Francisco. The company is considered to be one of the top online fintechs that specializes in providing funding directly to small businesses and consumers through a customized lending platform. They provide loans in the form of small business credit cards, online and peer-to-peer working capital lending, as well as equipment and payroll loans. These loans can range up to $250,000 in size, and they evaluate data on potential customers by using a proprietary AI-based program that screens the likelihood of potential default. To start the company, initial funding was provided and backed by Reverence Capital Partners, SoftBank Capital, and ING, just to name a few of the early investors. Since that time, there have been numerous rounds of funding, and most recently, they closed a $200 million four-year revolving credit facility to fuel future growth. Equity investors and debt providers have been lining up to grab a stake in Kabbage as the company has seen significant growth in recent years and has been recognized for their impact. In 2016, Kabbage was named to CNBC's annual Disruptor 50 list, which lists the most forward-thinking and ambitious companies that are leading and creating new markets worldwide. Kabbage was also named to the Inc. 500 list of the fastest-growing private companies. The company's founders have also received their fair share of recognition, as Catherine Petralla was named as one of the most powerful women in finance by Forbes. Kabbage's main product is providing small businesses with automated cash flow solutions using their proprietary algorithmic program. Some of the things that Kabbage takes into account when deciding to offer a loan include business volume, how long a business has been around, transition volume, management, etc. Customers are able to obtain loans up to $250,000 depending on their situation. Loan funds are deposited into a bank or PayPal account, and the customer typically has 6 to 12 months to pay it off completely. Each draw against the company's line of credit is considered a separate loan, so that the timeline would apply to each individual drawing. Kabbage customers typically use the company to help fund their working capital needs. Kabbage initially began with its basic business-to-mobile operations through the use of an Apple or Android app as far back as 2012. They dealt primarily with online companies until developing the infrastructure to begin lending to brick-and-mortar businesses back in 2014. Throughout the next 6 years, Kabbage experienced significant growth as customers fell in love with the easy-to-use software that enabled them to get funding at a price close to what established financial institutions would provide them with. These financial institutions realized this and approached Kabbage. In 2018, Kabbage agreed to license their platform to organizations that were interested in making it easier to provide financing to their own customers. In 2015, the Kabbage card was made available only to established customers. That enabled them to obtain funding at a moment's notice. Each time they used the card, the individual transactions created a new loan that had to be paid off within a 6 to 12-month time frame. The major benefit of the Kabbage card is that it provides a sense of security to cardholders. If an unexpected expense comes up, instead of having to go through the difficult and time-consuming process of applying for a loan, the cardholder can simply use the Kabbage card and pay it off as they're able to. Pricing for the loans provided by Kabbage, either through direct-to-bank funding or the Kabbage card, are competitive when compared to other loan providers that exist. Depending on the length of term selected by the customers, they typically pay a fixed amount of principal each payment, as well as interest, with ranges from between 1 and 10%. Kabbage also does not have prepayment penalties, so customers are able to pay off their loan whenever they want and not face some sort of ridiculous prepayment penalty. In 2019, Kabbage launched Payments. This was the company's expansion into the fast-growing field of payment processing. Kabbage Payments gives customers the ability to send free online invoices, obtain a custom payments URL, access to a dashboard that lets them see all received and outstanding payments in a single view, and free cash and checking payments. The aim of Kabbage Payments is to make receiving payments easier and to eliminate the historical cash flow gaps that arise when companies are waiting to be paid. This product is available to existing Kabbage customers, but it is soon to be released to the public. Kabbage Custom Loans is also a popular product offered by the company. This gives their customers the opportunity to stray away from the typical 6 to 12-month term loans. With custom loans, people can choose a term length between 3 to 45 days and a repayment option that fits the smaller business's needs. People can either choose to repay the loan at maturity all at once or apply a percentage of revenue acquired through the use of Kabbage Payments to be directed towards paying down the loan. Customers can take up to 10% of their available credit line through Kabbage and use the custom loan feature. They also developed Kabbage Insights, which gives the users the ability to see predicted cash flow for their small businesses. These tools tie into the Kabbage mission to provide as much data as possible in order to make small business decisions easier. Over the years, Kabbage has set out to find strategic acquisitions that would provide them with growth opportunities. A few years ago, they found this in Radius Intelligence, a marketing technology firm that has an internal database consisting of a wide array of information on over 20 million small and medium-sized U.S.-based businesses. This acquisition provided Kabbage with Radius's market intelligence and contact information on a host of small businesses throughout the country. The competitive advantage this provided Kabbage was recognized throughout the FinTech space and also pointed to the trend of ongoing consolidation in the subset of marketing technology companies. Kabbage was able to become the sole customer of the data collected by Radius, and they can use it to monetize the data, and they can continue to sell it to Radius's previous customer base. In the first part of 2020, Kabbage suspended all lending services for active and new customers. This was done to shift all focus on providing loans as a part of the Paycheck Protection Program, or PPP, which is a part of the CARES Act, which was enacted to combat the economic effects of the COVID-19 outbreak. Kabbage processed loans up to $2 million throughout this program and offered people the ability to apply seamlessly on their website. Additionally, Kabbage enabled users of Kabbage Payments to sign up for a gift certificate program, giving them the ability to buy or sell gift certificates using Kabbage Payments in order to help struggling small businesses during the quarantine. Kabbage is a leading online financial technology company that provides funding directly to small businesses and consumers through an automated lending platform. They provide working capital advances for online merchants. They serve these customers worldwide, and they offer financial services such as data, technology, and marketing platforms for small and medium-sized online sellers. They are one of the early and strongest leaders in using artificial intelligence to make wise credit decisions.